Something really remarkable about Halo 2 is that 20 years later, these skyboxes still hold up. I still pause skipping most of the encounters on Quarantine Zone and just admire that skybox. Some other really cool ones are Delta Halo, Uprising, Containment. Wait, I thought I took my meds. There's people in my wall? So yes, there is a face on the map Containment skybox. This is the face of artist, designer, and software developer Chris Carney, who is also responsible for the quote, Carney holes. His face also appears in Halo 3's map Standoff on the Moon, and this is one of many Easter eggs found in Halo. I'll share some more throughout this video if you couldn't already tell from the title, so let's go. I'd like to mention that I'm using the Wiki for my research, and what is or isn't an Easter egg on there can be very shaky at best, but I've tried to weed out the golden grenades and the definitely real McDonald's signs. The first one is this board at the start of the Pillar of Autumn, both versions. If you haven't seen this, there are numerous references in both OG and the Forsaken graphics that have aged like a fine century egg, that is, as well as this has. Some poor executive had to see this and approve it every step of the way. It also includes some cool UNSC propaganda, a cute cat, and proof that Chicago is real, which, if you didn't know, Chicago is named after an onion. It is kinda cool that they remade this for the remaster graphics, however, that is the only remaster graphic glazing that you will see in this video. Speaking of remasters, Halo 2 got remastered and still didn't fix this bug/Easter egg. This one is probably more of a glitch, but it was coded to do this, so play the Arbiter on any difficulty. Once you spawn, you'll notice these phantoms leaving the map. Head as close as you can near this cliff without falling off and zoom in on one of the phantoms. If you continue to watch them, they will eventually fall out of the map and die. This is probably because they were only coded to go so far, and then with no path to take, they just fall. It is pretty funny though. Another funny sort of exploit is on the mission Crow's Nest. Have you ever been chilling, playing Halo, and decided to attempt to murder your comrades? If you have, what's your deal? But you've probably heard the many voice lines that can happen, even if they don't happen every time. However, at the beginning of Crow's Nest, if you melee Miranda keys, you are guaranteed a high-pitched scream. The mission before that, Sierra 117, also hides some cool secrets. Play the mission until the section where Johnson's Pelican blows up. Once you clear out the first bit of enemies, if you look to where the Jackal Sniper spawns on Legendary and Heroic, on this tree here there is a caveman. This beautiful son of a gun is also featured on top 10 scariest Easter eggs. Really? You'll know when you get it once you get the achievement. This is one of 3 sets of cavemen that can be found on this mission, and each has their own corresponding achievement. The second is in the sniper section right after this section, if you follow this path. Up these rocks, around this big one, this caveman family can be found here. They have a teddy bear, and this is the only one that the player can reach without glitches. Also, they bleed, and so does the teddy bear. The last one is in the last section, and once you skip the cutscene, if you look over to this area, you will see the silhouette of a caveman under this rock. The caveman can also be spotted in Halo 3 ODST's final cutscene. If you look left during this part, you will see Buck interacting with the caveman. Throughout Halo 2, there are a lot of areas where you can get out of bounds, and usually when a developer sees this, they patch it out and forget. However, Halo's devs are cool as hell, and instead of patching them, they put secrets all across the Halo 2 campaign. I'll go through the most notable ones. I'm sure you've seen the energy sword on Outskirts, but if you haven't, at spawn, grenade jump up to the building here. Either use the boom skull or one of the others. Too many will have you die to the death timer. Then head across the rooftops, crouch up here, and then once you jump up here, this hole will contain an energy sword with the name Rex and bullet holes around it. This also appears in Halo CE's The Maw in Blood, and on top of this part of the Great Journey, but written in Flood Blood. Another cool set of Easter eggs in Halo 2 are the anniversary exclusive plushies that you can find in random areas. They are in the latter half of the campaign only. Starting with Delta Halo, play until the part before the Wraith. Steal a ghost and go back to where you find the Jackal snipers. Then boost right here. You might have to finesse it a little bit, but basically you want to stay on the mountain and slowly go towards this area here. I'd recommend using the OG graphics since the hitbox matches the look on these ones. Once you get to here, you can walk to the end of this peninsula, and if you switch back to the remaster graphics, there will be a Master Chief toy right here. Standing on it will give you the achievement, and so it begins. On Regret, make sure to turn on Sputnik or Boom. Once you get outside and kill some of the Jackal snipers, if you grenade jump across the broken bridge, swap to remaster graphics and do another grenade jump onto this ledge, the Regret doll will be right here. Picking it up gives you the achievement Regrettable Turn of Events. Get it? Regrettable? Like the Prophet of Regret? On the level Regret. For Sacred Icon, play until just after this bridge inside this little area. Grenade jump up here and go to the last dark pipeline thing and the toy will be inside of it. You kind of need some light to see it since Arbiter doesn't have a flashlight. Luckily there are sentinels nearby that are perfect for lighting up the room. Picking up the Arbiter's toy gives you the achievement The Will of the Prophets. Quarantine Zones is in the worst possible spot, right at the end of the level. So after skipping all the enemies, somehow despawning them, realizing this won't end the level, going back and hitting a checkpoint I somehow missed, playing through the gondola section, playing through the gondola section again, you can then walk off and grenade jump off of this platform to get up here. The toy is just sitting up here, making it the easiest to spot. Picking up the Tartarus toy gives you the achievement Chieftain of the Brutes. On Gravemind, play until this outside area after the hunters and with a sword elite fighting a brute. Go outside and to the right. There will be this outer ring up here. Turn to the right again and head into this end. At the end will be a Cortana toy on the ground. Picking it up gives you the Don't Make a Girl a Promise achievement. On Uprising, play until you reach this area just after you walk outside the first time. Then jump here, grenade jump here, and walk over the level. Your goal is to reach above and to the right of this section with the two jackals. I'd recommend just staying up here and following the path closely while staying in classic graphics to remain on top of everything. The Librarian toy will be in this area just above the jackals. Picking this one up gets the achievement My Work is Done. For High Charity, play until the first one of these parts and you'll notice this rock. Jump on top of it and the toy of Rampant Cortana will be up here. Pretty simple. Collecting this gives you the I Like Crazy achievement. Finally, for the Great Journey, get into the Spectre and pilot it to around this area and leave it intact right here. Now play through until you go back outside on the platform and after the cutscene, drop down and get in your Spectre. Drive past everyone and try not to die on the way down onto the beach. In the back left of the tower, you can slowly make your way to the top of this mountain. On top of it will be the Diadact toy. Picking this up gives you the Solution achievement. If you get all of the toys, you get the Toy Box achievement. I'll talk about something small really quick because that was a lot of info in not a lot of time. On almost every level of Halo Reach, there are special elites that appear. These specialized elites that have a lot more shields, normally carry 2 plasma rifles, and are feared by all, are simply known as Bob. Sorry about that. Bob elites are the most easy to encounter on Oni Sword Base. After you return to Sword Base, around this bend, a Bob will quickly appear here and disappear, so you have to be fast. Bob also does appear in Lone Wolf, but the elite spawns in front of a Wraith, so if you don't encounter him, he probably got run over, which is pretty funny. Alright, after smoking some Full Throttle and having my 47-hour shift at the leg crushing machine, I have some energy to talk about some more Easter eggs. Halo 3's The Cavemen also has some pretty cool secrets/Easter eggs during its runtime. While some are ones that I'll show off later, I'll talk about a few today. Starting with the Secret Marine. Start at Rally Point Bravo, preferably on easy, and play until you get to where the flood starts appearing. Once you get outside, you want to grab the mongoose and as fast as possible drive to this ghost, hijack it, and go around this bend. Right here you should see a rock, and on the other side of it there's this path. Drive up and boost to the top of the ridge. At the top there should be this marine just kind of chilling up here. If you don't get up here in time, he will disappear, but if you get there fast enough, it is said there can be multiple marines, up to 3. Once you encounter them, they will not despawn or teleport or whatever. Also, this only appears in single player. Also on this level, in the same section, is the appearance of probably some of the best voice acting in the franchise, courtesy of Microsoft Sam. You will have to play from the start of the mission. Once you destroy the scarabs, fly to this side of the citadel and walk onto this little platform, then walk over to this corner and wait. You will have to wait a while, so I'll just show you the voice lines.
Happy Easter, Marty.
Let's quickly shift gears to New Alexandria, just trust me. Once you get the waypoint to go to the club, don't go there and don't kill anyone there. Instead, go back to the hospital and on this platform that is kind of hard to see, press the switch. Then fly to the club and you'll see a party going on. There's a DJ, bartender brute, and some dancing grunts. If you are doing this and you randomly start getting shot, my current theory is that outside the Marines shoot an enemy and that counts as shooting these guys and they get pissed. Now what does this Easter egg and the last one have in common? They're both next to an Easter egg that exists in every Bungie Halo game. The Siege of Madrigal. This is a song that was composed for Bungie's game Myth. It was added to Halo in specific locations. For Halo 3 it's on the other side of the Citadel, same as the Microsoft Sam speeches. For Halo Reach, once you see the club, exit and fly your Falcon on top of the building. There will be another switch under these things. Hit it, and once you return, the clubbers will be dancing to the Siege of Madrigal. Halo CE has 3 locations. I will cover the easiest to reach. At the start of Assault on the control room, turn around and get back in the Pelican. Wait for it to fly down the hole, and once you're forced out, the Easter egg will be in this hole. Somewhere. Good luck. Halo 2's is on the map Ivory Tower, and contrary to the last one, all you have to do is stand next to this door behind the elevator. Halo ODST's is located on Kikawani Station. Once you get to the part with the anti-air wraith, fly to the right where you see this big access denied sign, then park your Banshee right here and walk up this side path. If you land here and stop moving, you will hear the Siege of Madrigal.